Welcome back, beautiful people. Today we will continue our series on the styles of parenting. Last week I spoke about authoritarian parenting as a style of parenting which is like the strict parenting type. If you have not seen that video, please, the link to watch it is in the comment section because today we are going to the second type of parenting style, and this is the authoritative parenting. Authoritative parenting. So parents who use this approach, remember I said last week that whichever way you're parenting your child, you would fall into one of these four categories. By the way, the fourth one I was trying to remember last week was neglective parenting. So we have the authoritarian parenting, which we talked about last week. Today we are talking about the authoritative, we have the permissive, and then we have the neglecting parenting. So authoritative parenting, this is the kind of parenting that the people who use this parenting approach, they have high expectations and then there is flexibility. So authoritarian, high expectation, no flexibility. But authoritative parenting, they kind of try to balance structure with warmth, with love, and with empathy. So they have the high expectations and also they are high on warmth. They understand that there has to be emotional connection with their child. So parents who use this style, they have rules and the rules are clear, and for them is also connection. So for them it's not just about the rules, it's not just about my child following what I have, my child doing what I ask them to do, or my child being obedient and all of that. They understand that as much as it is important for my child to be an obedient child, it is also important for me as a parent to connect with that child. So there is a balance of rules and of warmth. So um parents who use this approach, they have clear rules set for their children, they have clear expectations, and they also know that they can be flexible, meaning they know that their children are human, they can make mistake. And so when I make mistake, my children still know that there is that room open for them to come to me even when they go against my set rules. So for them, there is that flexibility. There is that room for warmth. There is that room to say, I know that you are human and I know that you're a child and you can make mistakes. So they set high expectations as well as leaving room for what I will call error. So the rules are clear, and so also is connection. According to research, actually, this has been researched to be like what I will call the golden parenting approach or the gold standard for raising confident and resilient children. You will find out that children who are raised by parents who use the authoritative style, they are usually children with high resilience. They are usually children who are confident and then their resilience is high. So parents here, they set expectations. Remember I said that. So they just don't leave their children to they do whatever you want. They set expectations. There are clear rules. They also listen, they explain to their children, and they show them empathy. So for them, it's not just about all of the rules. They show empathy, they explain. So when their child asks questions, they explain to their children, this is the reason why we are saying do not do this or do not do that. They believe in guiding, not controlling. Yes, they know that their role as a parent is to guide. So they are not there to just enforce things on their children. They have conversations. They create an healthy environment for their children to grow. These are the things that you find in parents who use the authoritative approach. They are not losing their hold as the parents. So it's not like, oh, they're just allowing their children to do whatever it is. No, there is a balance. They let the children know that for every consequence, there is an action. If we have agreed as a family that this is how we want to carry ourselves, if you go against it, then you're going to face the consequence, and this is why you face the consequence. So there is room for communication. They allow their children, they let their children know that if you do anything, I know we've agreed on this set of rules, but if you peradventure make a mistake, you can always come to me. So they these parents in this category, they are like I said earlier, the gold standard for parenting. They would raise children who are confident and who are resilient. And what are some of the things that we would see in children who are raised with this type of approach? Like definitely they will be able to make decisions. They have good decision makers, or they are able to make sound decisions, if I can put it that way, because their parent already allowed them to be a part of that thing in the family. They have a say in what happens in the family. So they already know how to filter out things, how to make decisions. They have confidence when they make this decision. So they are not fearing that, oh, okay, maybe I did it right, or maybe I did it wrong. They kind of like make a decision and like stand by it. So they're confident decision makers. They are definitely resilient, yes. Because over time, when they fail, they can go to their parent and their parent let them know that, oh, failure is part of life. And so if something happens that is not going your way, what do? You go back to the drawing board and say, okay, what can I do better? So that is what makes them resilient, because they're already used to the fact that they already know that they don't have to win in all situations. And even when they don't win, it doesn't make them a failure. It only means, okay, there's something I could probably have done better. They are always looking for, what lesson can I learn with this thing? And so because they already have that background, they are resilient. So later in life as adults, when things happen to them that is contrary to what they think, they already have like the trick or the formula to say, okay, I know that this didn't go my way this time. What do I do? So they are resilient children. The other thing is they know how to create healthy boundaries. So children who are raised by authoritative parents, they know how to create healthy boundaries because their parents have kind of modeled that to them. They're excuse me, they already know that, oh, okay, I need to have this boundary so that I'm able to achieve certain things in life, or I need to have this boundary because I don't want to be taken advantage of. I need to have this advantage because I want to be happy and I want to be in a safe space. So they know how to create healthy boundaries because their parents have already modeled that to them by saying, okay, so this is the boundary, this is what we are agreeing on. Even as a teenager, this is your boundary, and then they already know. So for I think one thing that is important with this type of parenting approach is the parents have actually to model a lot of things to these children, and that's the beauty about it, because the parents know that, okay, these children, they are looking up to me, and so how I carry myself around them is how they will carry themselves. So children in this category are able to create healthy boundaries. The other thing is children in this category, children who are raised by authoritative parents, are likely to be more self-regulated, or to be able to emotionally regulate themselves. So they know that when something is happening around me, I don't have to like always be angry, or I don't have to always react. Instead, I, I don't have to always react. Instead, I would respond to things around me. So they know how to kind of self-regulate themselves because they have seen it play out as they grow up. Things that have happened, they've learned to talk to it about, they've learned to discuss with their parents, they are able to express themselves. So because they have that opportunity to express themselves as children, they grow up to be adults who knows how to hold conversations, who know how to express themselves to others. And that's why it's easy for them to be able to define, to draw healthy boundaries, because they can communicate exactly how they feel. So it then makes it naturally easy for them to like be able to emotionally regulate themselves. They know, okay, when I'm feeling this certain way, this is what I need to do to make sure that the issue does not escalate further. So those are some of the things that we will see in children who are raised with the authoritative approach of parenting. Which of these can you see in your child? If you feel like, oh, I think I'm seeing most of this in my child, then that means your approach of parenting is authoritative. However, if you still feel like, no, me, I don't know how to balance that love with that love with discipline, or for me, it's all about discipline. Then we can learn. I mean, for me, it's all about rules. Then we can learn. That's the essence of this kind of video, for us to learn and for us to be able to do better. Remember, as always, this parenting thing, it is not about perfection. But for this, it is about consistency. You are consistent in the little things. You have set expectations. You are consistent with it. You have you are letting them know that they can come to talk to you, and then when they come to talk to you, you are there for them. There is no parent that is perfect. As a matter of fact, there's no human that is perfect, and so also in our parenting style, we would not always be perfect, but we just have to make sure that we are consistent in the things that we are doing, and that we are available in the lives of our children. The presence, the support is what our children need more for them to grow into healthy individuals, into healthy adults, pardon me, to be resilient and confident children. I hope you learned something new today. Let me know in the comment section what else we should, what else, or what other habits would we see in our children or in children who are raised with this type of approach? Remember, I said the authoritative, the balance warmth with expectation. So there is a structure. So they balance their structure with love. So it's not just about rules, but they leave room for that connection. I think that connection is actually the major thing that the authoritative parent does differently from the authoritarian parent. They value the connection. They know that that connection is really important. I hope you find today's video helpful. If you do, please do like, do comment, and do share. And more importantly, please subscribe to this channel so that you would be notified every time a new video comes up. Till I come your way again, keep winning.